Welcome children. Today I am going to take your English as well as geography class. Let me first take your English class. Take out your Radiant Reader book, Chapter 9, Silver, written by Walter de la Mare. Today I am going to explain the poem Silver, written by Walter de la Mare. The poem is a personification. The poet has personified the moon by giving it all the human qualities. Now let me explain the poem. Stanza 1. Slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in a silver shoe. This way and there she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. Through this line, the poet says that the moon, being an inanimate object which is given the human qualities, walks slowly and silently throughout the night, spreading her silver shine on all her way. She peers and looks at the fruits and trees on which she has spread her silvery beams. Stanza 2. One by one the casemen catch her beams beneath the silvery thatch. Couched in his kennel like a log, with paws of silver, sleeps the dog. Through this line, the poet says that one by one the moon spreads her silvery beams on the window and below the roof. The poet has compared the sleeping dog lying in his kennel to that of a log. When the moonbeam falls on his paws, it gives a silvery appearance. Stanza 3. From the shadowy coat, the white breast peep of doves in a silver feather slip. A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and silver eye, and moveless fish in the water glip by silver reeds in a silver stream. Through this line, the poet says that the sleepy dogs are peeping through their shadowy shelter when the moonbeam falls on his feathers. It appears to be silvery in form. The moon further sees the running mouse, its claws and eyes appears to be silvery when the moonbeam falls on it. The poem ends with the motionless fish in the water of the stream that gleams, and the nearby reeds appears to be silvery when the moonbeam falls on it. And with this, I am ending my today's English class. Now let me start your Geography, Chapter 4, Withering and Soil Formation. Today's topic is withering. Withering is the process of gradual disintegration of rocks by atmospheric or weather forces. The impact of atmosphere, plants and animals on rocks gradually leads to the breaking down in situ, and through this process, the withering they take place on new form. Before we talk about different kinds of withering, it is important to make a distinction between withering and erosion. Withering is the gradual breaking down of rocks due to exposure to the atmosphere. This can be caused by changes in temperature, pressure, action of winds, etc. Erosion, however, is the wearing down, removal and transportation of the earth material by natural agents like moving glaciers, avalanches, wind, hurricanes, rivers, streams, rainwater and waves. Withered rocks usually stays in the same place where the original rocks are exposed. The disintegration and decomposition of various kinds of rocks through withering actually helps the agents of erosion to carry them away. Types of withering. There are three types of withering: mechanical, chemical and biological. Mechanical withering or the physical withering. This is the physical disintegration of rocks in situ without any change in their chemical composition. It is caused by changes in the temperature, pressure, crystal growth or wind-blown sand. It is carried out in the following ways. Frost action. The repeated freezing and thawing of ice crystal deepens and widens the crack and fissures and breaks the rocks into fragments. Block disintegration. Due to high diurnal range of temperature, rocks expand during daytime and contract at night, leading to the rocks breaking up into blocks. This is called block disintegration. Exfoliation. In deserts, the outer layers of the rocks expand much faster than inner cooler layers. At night, the reverse happens, causing stress. This leads to cracks and spills. The outer part peels off from the inner parts in concentric layers referred to as spalling, onion peeling or spadial weathering. This results in the formation of well-rounded boulders. Repeated wetting and drying. This occurs mostly in rocks that contains clay. When they repeatedly get wet and dry, They expand and contract, causing rocks to fall apart. Stone expands when it absorbs water and shrinks when it dries. And with this, I am ending my today's geography class.